You guys are getting too comfortable out there. Let's stir the pot a little bit. Let's talk about the Rippaverse from a business perspective. Let's go. Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Guys, it's been a long time, and I mean a very long time, since I've collected comics, right? I presently have a comic book collection that I probably stopped collecting around, I want to say 93, 94. The last comics that I bought, because I thought they were going to be collectible, was the Batman, and that's pretty much it. After that, I ordered books, the book from the Rippaverse. I ordered the beat cover, right, signed, and that's actually the last comic book that I've ordered. Now, the reason that I ordered that comic book, it's the same reason that I ordered the Batman, and the same reason that I have the other comic books that I own, for not only entertainment, but mostly for investment, because I thought they were going to go up in value. My current collection isn't that large, right, as far as comic books. Mostly Image, Spawn, old X-Men, I have like the Wolverine #2. I think I have the #1 too. I don't even remember. It's that long, right? They're in storage right now. But if I had to guess a money value on them, I'm probably worth about anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000, right? Because they're signed comic books, and they're hand-picked comic books that I bought back in the day. When it comes to the Rippaverse, right, the reason I invested in it, number one, it's because it was an independent black creator that put it out there and that was being successful, right? I thought that would meant something for the industry. Now, before you guys get all into the politics, into your points of views, into your social justice bullshit, I don't care about any of that, right? I really don't care. I don't even care that the comic book is good or not, right? Because that is what a potential investor is looking at. They're looking at the business model. Now, there's been a lot of critics, right? Some of them fair, right? Some of them are straight up, it looks like petty jealousy, to tell you the truth. And when it comes to somebody raising this much amount of money in a non-conventional way, when others have tried it over and over again, you're going to stir up some feathers, right? But as an investor, there's opinions that you value and opinions that you don't value, right? Opinions that you don't value is from experts at failure, right? It's when I hear these guys talking, right? Some of these guys talking that have been unsuccessful doing the same thing. It's like listening to a overweight person trying to tell you about dieting, right? Or me trying to tell you about self-control when it comes to buying video games. It's just terrible advice, right? There's advice that you want to hear from somebody that surpassed, right, his fundraising, right? So if somebody raised $6, $8, $10 million, those are the people whose opinion from an investment point of view you want to hear from, because they can improve it. But there isn't anything, right, that a failed comic book artist, a failed reviewer, or any type of advice from people that have been less successful economically than him could tell him what to do. I would like you to do this. I would like to see that. You know what? Fuck what you think. Everything you've done so far has not produced this result, right? That's the way it is in business. We look at dollars. We look at results, right? Now, does it matter that this book is going to be good or not good? Not really, right? From an economic point of view, not really. We're looking at the business model. Can it be repeated? Can it move forward, right? What I like about the market is that it's definite. There is no gray area, right? You're either successful or unsuccessful. There have been woke comics, and they didn't work. For all the noise that people make, this and that and the other, bottom dollar, people are not going out and buying these en masse. That's just the fact. And the reason is simple, right? This is not the market for this product. It could be somewhere else, but the market has spoken. Overwhelmingly, year after year, regardless of race, creed, or socioeconomic status,
Comic book fans want to see guys that look like wrestlers on steroids, and they want to see voluptuous women. Those are always the number one sellers, regardless of what you do. You tried it, it didn't work, right? And the more you try gearing off of that pattern, the more customers you're going to lose, because that's what the market is telling you. This is not what I'm saying. This is not what I agree with. I'm just analyzing the market and where the dollars are going. You can be as woke as you want, right? And you want to put whatever message you want out there. But the fact is that these particular heroes are not going to sell the message you're trying to sell if they look like this. Now, this is not my opinion. This is your customers. The customers that buy these books are rejecting this proposition as a whole because they don't like either the story, the characters, or the message. So it needs to change in order for you to sell it. Now, you could still make woke comics. I mean, let's get real here. If it was two amazing looking girls kissing in the cover instead of Superman, that comic book would completely blow out, right? Because all the guys would buy it, right? But they don't want this product in particular. That's what the market is telling you. And if you want to make millions, you can't push something towards customers or a customer base that they absolutely reject. Now, don't get me wrong, the Rippaverse comics deserve every bit of criticism when it comes to the art, when it comes to the storyline, or as a customer you're not happy with whatever they do. That's absolutely fine, and that's what happens in the market. But if your argument is going to be that he got a certain segment of the population riled up or what have you in order to have a $3.5 million success, as an investor, what I look at is, how come you didn't do it, right? How come you don't have a product that's able to rile up your base, right, to do the same thing? And there's only one reason and one reason only. Your product, your messaging, your marketing is not as good. And if it's not as good, the only thing you can do here is step up your game, see where you went wrong, and keep it moving forward, right? Sitting there and pocket watching somebody else is not going to help you as a business person. And investors look at this. When they look at your company, when they look at your trajectory moving forward, they're going to look at what you do, at what you say, right? And if what you're saying right now is completely anti-business, is completely anti-making money, then, there's no reason to invest in you.
As far as the future of comics, I think they have a tough road ahead, right? Print media is on the decline in general, number one. Number two, they're trying to put out a message that a lot of the audience that has read comic books in the past is not willing to hear, right? It's like trying to sell ballet to football players. It's not going to work, right? So even the bigger companies, you're going to see switch to more traditional themes, and you're going to see these soon, right? I believe that you're going to see legacy type comics really pumped up in the future, where they're going to do throwbacks to the original, heroes and stuff like that, because this can't go just unperceived, right? The bean counters at every company, whoever that company is, say Marvel, say DC or whatever, at first they can blow it off, right? But if there's consistency on the other side and they're making money while they're not, then you will see a pivot. What the future holds, I don't know. What you guys argue about as far as politics, I don't even care. The only thing that I see is $3.5 million.
Versus a bunch of experts that haven't made $3.5 million ever. I just look at the scoreboard. That's it.
New videos every Monday and Sunday. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click that notification bell, and remember, never ever be afraid to be happy. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.